Here you see a very rough outline on what I will be discussing, but the whole purpose of my discussion is to help you understand the impact of some of the recent guidance in the regulatory environment on test method validation. A test method. We have a lot of several different types of test methods. Our topic is analytical methods, chemistry methods used for the testing of pharmaceutical products. Also in our industry, we talk about biological methods, physical methods, and bioanalytical methods. All of these fall into the general category of test methods. Our focus is the analytical method, but all of the discussion apply to all of the methods. Another guidance that we use in the industry is ICHQ2. It talks about validation and tells us the objective of validation of an analytical procedure is to demonstrate that it is suitable for its intended use. And there's that word again, intended. Up until a number of years ago, we had a paradigm in the industry. A paradigm was that test method validation is the responsibility of Analytical Method Development Group. That test method validation occurs before or with method transfer, and that method validation or test method validation is a one-time activity. But that paradigm is changing. Along the way, if you read the various guidance documents, there are statements that I believe are rather conflicting. But it's because of the way we interpret the word or the phrase method validation. In an IND guidance, the guidance on IND applications, we're told that a brief description of the proposed acceptable limits and the test method used should be submitted. Okay. And that validation data and established specifications need not be submitted. And I would agree it's appropriate. At that time, it's not appropriate to submit documented evidence that the method performs as intended. But that doesn't say that we should have evidence in our files. We should have that evidence that the test method performs as intended in our internal documents. In the process validation guidance that I will discuss again as we go through this webinar. So I'd like you to think, what does the term test method validation mean to you? What does it mean? But what's been the impact on some recent guidances? Think about it. The test method is a process. And therefore, I've taken the words in the process validation guidance and changed them around a little to apply to test methods and test method validation. Test method validation is the collection and evaluation of data from the method design and development throughout material testing, which establish scientific evidence that the method is capable of consistently delivering results that accurately reflect the material quality attribute. Understand the uncertainty of your test method? I'd like you to pause for a moment and jot down on your notes. Identify some areas of uncertainty. We know from looking at ICHQ2 and USP 1225 that these systems also break down analytical methods, and I tell us that we have to consider at least 7 characteristics when we approach a test method validation project. Analytical performance characteristics, they're called. Sometimes we've referred to these as parameters. And there's 7 of them that we talk about most of the time: accuracy, precision, specificity, detection limit, quantitation limit, linearity, range. Also, some discussions include robustness and ruggedness. And so I've gone through a discussion of some of the recent guidances and their impact, a discussion of the test method life cycle and how it has impacted our test method validation activities, and tried to demonstrate how we apply some of these things during the test method and the product life cycle. Thank you for being with me, and it's time, if you have any questions, to ask.